Hello guys, it's Colin here. I'm going to bring you a new series today. This is a little Les Paul copy that came out of the 80s or so, I believe, and it's quite a poor guitar. It's not a great one. And got a request a wee while ago to see if I could set up a sort of cheap guitar, and I thought this would be the ultimate challenge because there's quite a few things wrong with this, as you'll find out over the coming few videos. So this is a series I plan on calling Shite Paul. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm doing this series half on my YouTube channel here and half on my Facebook group. So if you haven't liked my Facebook group yet, then why the hell not? There's lots of pictures go up. There's lots of stuff that goes on there that doesn't go on my YouTube channel, just different things can be done in different ways. So, I'd advise you to go and like that. I'll put a link here. It'll also be in the description box. And you can go and check that out, like it, and then you can follow all the other goings on there. So let's have a look at this Shite Paul. Doesn't look like too bad a Les Paul copy from the face of it. But I think this guitar dates from around the 80s when Japan was making a lot of very, very cheap imitation guitars. And unlike today where the standard of cheap instruments is actually pretty good, back then it really wasn't. At the moment, I've done a few things with it. These weren't the pickups that came in it, and I'll show you those in a bit. These are new pickup mounting rings because the ones that were on it were broken. That's a new bridge because the bridge was totally lost. Still the tailpiece that was on it though. The controls might be the same. I think everything on the neck's fine. The tuners are the standard tuners that were on it. It's, as you can see, a bolt-on neck, which is fair enough for the price of the guitar. It would have been a very cheap guitar. Again, going up the neck, there's the tuners, and they're pretty poor. The plastic knobs, and they're a bit yucky nowadays, but we'll see if we can get away with them without having to do too much work to them. That's my idea for this. I'm going to try and fix it up as much as possible without spending too much money. There's a few big dings in it, but that's acceptable for its age, and it was being stored in the back of a second-hand shop for very many years before I decided to come in and get it. Basically the shop was closing down and they had a whole bunch of guitars, and I was like, right, give me them all and I'll see what I can do with them. So there's the control cavity, which I put some tinfoil shielding down there for the moment, just to try and get it to make a noise at all. So that's just a rough overview of it. Here's a body very similar to the body that I was showing you on the Shite Paul, which I picked up at the same time. Unlike the Shite Paul, which has no name in the headstock at all, this one, the headstock that was on this was Columbus, and you might have heard of that one if you're old enough, or you looked into sort of copy guitars enough. They did a few Gibson style copies. I've seen a couple of acoustics. This is the guitar stand we're looking at, and this is just to show you how the body's constructed. Usually a Les Paul is a solid piece of wood, usually mahogany, and then it's got another solid piece of wood on top of it glued on, which is maple, and then that's carved to shape. Obviously these are very cheap guitars, and a big maple block costs money, and these ones neither have the mahogany nor the maple block. You can see here how they do the arch. We've got a bit of plywood stretched over, just some laminated basswood body there. You can see, hopefully, that's not attached, that's pretty much hollow. It's just stretched over the top, and that's how it gets the shape. So it's not Les Paul style construction, despite it sort of looks like it. It's got the binding, mind you. They've done well with the binding, made it look nice, but that's the idea. And one thing that causes problems with is, especially in this body, and this is why I didn't use this one, is because these control areas had been broken. They sort of got pushed down or something, boom, hit, and they've sort of split out pretty badly. I couldn't be bothered fixing that. It's just cracked and all that on the inside. Yeah, that'll be a better angle to show that off. You can see the gap between the top of the wood and the actual guitar body. So that's the construction we're talking about for these guitars. Going back to the Shite Paul, and I'm hoping the camera can pick this up accurately, there is some really good shots on Facebook showing this, is the fret ends. Now, usually when you've got a bound fretboard like this, the frets span right to the edge of it, as they should. These ones don't. This was a cheap job, and I don't think they knew how to do binding particularly well, because the frets stop before the binding starts, and all of these fret ends in a really, really sharp, let's see if I can focus, there we go, ends in really, really sharp and uneven end. There, that was a bit flatter and pulling up a bit. Check out this one here. This one is starting to pull up out of the fretboard entirely. It's starting to curve round, and right where the string is, starting to curve up. And as we get down again, just like really bad shapes on the ends of these frets, sticking out and all sorts. So one thing that I'm going to have to do with this is fix those frets. I'm going to take them out. I know I was going to say I was going to do this with as little effort and as little money as possible, but I can't stomach those frets. Plus they're really low. It'll make a good video, right? We'll do a refret on this. I'll get plenty of frets kicking about. The other thing is these inlays. These are really thin little cloudy pieces of plastic, which are stuck in on top of a white. You know, the hole is painted white. Is basically what I'm trying to say. The reason I know this is because they're all hanging off and falling off, and I did have a couple of them out and sort of glued them back on, and even this one's starting to sort of pick back up again. I can get my nail underneath it. So I might have to see if I can fix those a bit. Here's the thing that really annoyed me about the Shite Paul. This is one of the original humbuckers that came out of the Shite Paul. Now, as I said before, I replaced them with some better ones. This is what came with it, so it's looking really shitey, like a really shitey covered humbucker, right? But if we pop the cover off, you'll suddenly see there's a base plate, that's what's inside it. It's not a humbucker, it's a single coil. Look, there's the magnet, there's the coil, but just one of them. I've not taken anything out of this, this is the way it was. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. Here's one out of the Columbus, cover off. Exactly the same thing. This one's got a little wooden spacer to keep the coil in place. There it goes, magnets. There's the coils. It's shocking. I think that's ridiculous, to be honest. I've no idea how these sound. I'm never going to try to see how they sound. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. So I've got some real humbuckers in it now. Maybe probably not good ones, but the real ones. The humbuckers are on it. I got off of another guitar that we took from the second-hand shop at the time. But those are real humbuckers, and that guitar did have a real maple cap. So, hey, we just try to put as many bits together from all the different guitars and make one that works as a whole. Oh, shocking by these, shocked by these. I'd easily have active pickups over these pieces of shit. honestly, these are... Oh. It's not so much that they're single coils, I do like single coils, it's the fact that they disguised them as humbuckers. That's repulsive. That's bullshit. So that's a brief overview of the Shite Paul. Now, I'm going to have to do fret work, I'm going to have to refret this, I'm going to have to look at that nut, I'm going to have to look at just the neck relief, all that sort of thing. Make sure the hardware might be balls, I don't know. Definitely have to get it wired up properly, get some screws that fit back into the case. Everything. But I'll do it every step of the way on film with you guys. The first thing I'm going to do with this is get strings off of it, pull these frets out because they are rubbish, and we'll do a whole video next time dedicated to fret work, and I'll see if I can keep that one short for you, although I have seen people do 10 episodes worth just on frets. Madness, there's a lot to cover. But keep in touch, keep up to date. There's a Facebook, like that, you can subscribe, I think the subscribe box is up here somewhere. Comment, leave a comment and I'll answer it. If you want to know anything or you want to ask anything, or any suggestions or anything you'd like me to do at this guitar, let me know. If it's throw it out and have a video of me smashing it to bits, fair enough, leave that comment. But keep in touch, keep up to date, and until next time, see you later. Fantastic. Come out, you bastard. There's only one place for these to go, and that's in the bin.
Oh, fuck.
Dear shit, look how bad that is.